that was left in the zone, and there was no cover around that house at all.
Yep.
So I do think that it's gonna be pretty different from now on.
I do feel like we might see the different scenario, but now match 2 is live, so let's jump right into it. The safe zone this time going all the way toward Stalber and Severny by the looks of it. Also, Yesnaya is being caught in it, and we see Liquid is there this time. Dignitas just playing their usual role, either going to Severny or Stalber. This time they decided to go Stalber, so they will have a really good time looting that. On the other hand, I want to see how the rotations from the southwest side of the map are going to look, because it's going to be really hard for teams to rotate, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Vitality is already on Millie Island, and most of the teams are pretty much okay for the time being. We see that Welcome Star Giorgio is in. Star Giorgio. And beneath
Who would have
them,
thought?
beneath them is Vitality. Beneath them is Flight to Hospital, and this could really be interesting to see here, because they're pretty near, and Miracle is aware that they're there already. And you did say it, Liquid is in a pretty decent position already, but I would say that Dignitas are probably at the moment at the best position here.
Yeah, Dignitas just having being fortunate in this first phase, and also the team that impressed me the most in the previous match was Tindergold Melva. They ended up on the second place in Group A, and they've been able to perform so well in that match one. In the end, AC did win it for phase in 1-against-1, but to be honest, it could have went either way.
We see here that Edukos from Moonwolf is not in a trouble, I want to say.
And Nelos from Penta is going to be able to land that knock there, and Braxco is going to confirm that kill. So Penta already starting great, taking a member of Moonwolf. So now Moonwolf, they'll be down to 3.
Yeah, pretty bad start for them, but that is to be expected when you're having 20 teams on the map. So nothing unusual. First game we've seen the guys from Navi losing one player. So
but Navi playing with a bit different players today. They have Batulins from M19 and Sadovnik by the looks of it. So their standard lineup is not here. So I want to see if they can do something in the remaining 3 matches of day 1. Since in first one, they didn't perform well. They finished on the 17th place. And that's not something you expect from the CIS force like Navi.
Well, they kind of, the zone was, well, not unusual. It was around Gatka. It's a pretty common zone, but they kind of rotate from the northern part, and they just went with their vehicles through the zone, just through the zone, like cutting into half. And with 20 teams on the map, you gotta expect to have some, problems doing that, and that's exactly what happened to them. They lost 2 players, then they rotated far outside the zone and tried to hug the blue zone. But yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And now when we have 20 teams, it all comes down to rotations.
Definitely.
Like if you make a bad move, you're going to run into multiple teams and you're done. Yeah, We've seen it happen to G2.
And Vitality as well.
And Vitality as well. Vitality playing impeccable till almost the last stages of the match.
I think they eliminated QBF there. They eliminated Moonwolf.
Yeah, they had 8 frags in total, but they finished on the 9th place, I think.
Yeah,
so just a great performance, but one move, one bad rotation, and everything you've done well goes down to drain.
That's what I said at the beginning. That zone right there ended up, that zone probably killed most of the teams there. So that wasn't really a good zone for a lot of teams.
And now we see Mila from Thunderbolt trying to land some shots onto the members of Navi here. But so far, no real damage has been made. And Navi, they should be able to get a better spot toward the safe zone.
Yeah, it's pretty much open zone here, and they'll probably... Well, I think they're going to go for the compound where MRTN at the moment is, and he's alone for Tindergold there. And Tindergold did perform really awesome first game. They're second with 560 points, but I do think that Navi are on the way there.
Yeah, Tindergold just... it's game 1. We shouldn't at least hype them too much. We have to see them deliver in the next matches as well. But yeah, I feel like other teams, which should be the favorites on paper, are going to step up, at least some of them.
We see that Navi won't do that. They're just content with the compound left, or where Martian is. And I'm not sure why, because that compound where he is located right now is probably the best spot on the map if you exclude Stalber there.
Yeah, yeah, that compound, as you said, really good. But now we do see QBM trying to shoot the rotating players here from inside. So, so far again, we haven't seen any knocks just yet, but it was close.
Yeah, it was close, really. Bastelov, known for his aim. But yeah, very hard to hit anyone riding that fast on the bike.
Yeah, and you did mention QBF as the team that we should check out a lot, and I do agree with you. I really want to see what their final standing will be after pretty much all of the matches, since they've been the team with Tindergold that kind of impressed me the most over the course of the group stages.
Yeah, they did pretty well. We see that guys from Flight Hospital decided to rotate a bit early, and they were drawing really close to the Navi here. Navi, this position over here is okay, but you're down in the valley, and you can be surrounded by multiple sides. You cannot hide your vehicles here, so I don't really think that this is the best spot to be on this part of the map.
Yeah, I think they should move a bit further, but if they do that, Melva, they might run into some players that are rotating, and they are already kind of close to the middle of the safe zone, so...
Yeah, we see that guys from Inside Esports did take the crate. Ibiza got a sight on him, but yeah, he's just too far away, so... Way to go, Inside. They got a crate and a nice position on the map. They're good to go.
Inside was also one of the teams, if you remember, that made it kind of through the grand finals, and they were under the radar, but they finished on the second place in Group C just after Penta. So yeah, we can't really underestimate them here, I'd say.
I did mention Flight Hospital a minute ago, and they did rotate, but they didn't choose that compound above Navi. They choose to go on Stalber, and they got one guy from Dignitas there. So yeah, they're in an okay position right now.
Yeah, and Dignitas, kind of surprising to see they already lost a player, considering they were in a really ideal position when the first safe zone appeared. So,
and the rotation here by the guys from Cloud9 is questionable as well, because they're pretty close to the Sensei Esports, and even Meteor Maker stuff is beneath them. So
yeah, they're just passing by Liquid here as well, and let's see if maybe they will be knocked, but by the looks of it, Moody will be knocked in the end by James, and this is really difficult situation for Moody as Cloud9. You don't want to lose Moody this early, and Moody is gonna go down courtesy of James, landing some nice shots there with Mini, and that's not good for Cloud9.
yeah, and we see the south part of the map. A lot of teams are rotating right now. One of those teams is FaZe, and they're kind of being sandwiched by the team number 14, which is Team Vitality here. So if Jazza and Oraxa here decide to just turn around, they could do a lot of damage to FaZe here.
Yeah, they could do a lot of damage, but the question is, are we going to see that so far Vitality and FaZe basically rotating next to each other, but now FaZe is going to deviate from the route a bit by the looks of it, and I don't think we're going to see any fight here just yet.
They don't want to risk anything right now, and Penta is in a pretty bad position here. So the guys from Ghost Gaming probably know that Braxco is already there. They're just on the edge of the zone, and the rest of the Penta are even further away. So I'm not sure what Penta wants. Do they want to just do that late rotation or bat in the blue zone at the moment? I'm not sure, but this is not a good call, I think.
Yeah, they still are not into the fight. We've seen Ghost also having two players. It's Frostlayer and Extreme 2G that are usually not playing for Ghost. So I want to see if these are potentially the new members of the team.
Yeah, and I would say that Ghost Gaming, in my opinion, is one of definitely the best teams here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they, in the end, just take it all.
They had great results at PGI, 6th place in the first-person perspective event in Berlin, and also 8th place in the third-person perspective. So now Penta in trouble. We see two of their players being knocked, and Braxco is going to be taken down completely. So now it's up to Nelos, and I believe one more player from Penta who is kind of far away from him.
Yes.
And that's Kaint, so...
I'm not sure if Ghost Gaming will try to do anything to them. Frolic is trying to do some damage to Kaint there. He's rotating with a bike, and I really do think that he's going to just rotate further into the zone.
Yeah, we will see how that is going to go. And now Melva, the new safe zone, and I want to see what rotations is this going to prompt. It's kind of densely populated on the east, well, southeast side of the safe zone, and we're gonna see multiple teams being forced to just kind of take a chance and rotate next to each other. We already see Meteor Makers and Liquid in a nearby proximity. Also Cloud9 might want to take that better position, but overall we might see a lot of fights soon.
Yeah, and again, Kane's in a world of trouble here. The guys from G2 are onto him. G2 in a pretty decent position here. If I was in their shoes, I would just stay put here at this compound. They have vehicles to rotate further into the zone if it's, of course, to be more to the middle. But at the moment, G2 looking pretty solid here.
Yeah, G2 this time, well, they, to be honest, looked decent in the previous match until they made that rotation. So, I already said it multiple times, when there are 20 teams, one not the smartest move, and you can be eliminated. We've seen that happening to G2, and yeah, G2, a capable team, and I want to see more of them. They did finish up third in Group B, so maybe I expected more from G2, but they had Purple, Cobras, and QBF in that group, and we know how strong those teams performed. Yeah. So them finishing on the third place there, maybe not that surprising.
Yeah, definitely not that surprising. The circle is shrinking right now. We see the guys from Welcome to Star Jojo are trying to do some damage over to the guys on their left flank. And it's pretty much, most of the teams are content with the position they have in the zone right now. So, yeah, we shouldn't be seeing a lot of action at the moment. But next zone is just going to be a bloodbath. 74 people alive.
Yeah, this is going to, well, this time we don't see really any early team eliminations. And as I said, G2, they have the potential to gatekeep people. And that's exactly what we are seeing now, Melva.
Yeah, we can see that on the bridge, Wallon. But I don't think the Wallon is aware that the guys from Moonwolf are coming there. He's just trying to drive away from there. And yeah, he's not going to risk anything.
Yeah, so far, Moonwolf, we did see them lose that player earlier to Penta, I believe. He was, well, Duko was caught completely off guard at the start of the game, but now Meteor Makers against Vitality. Let's see how that fight is gonna go. Oraxe is already out. He couldn't really match 3 players from Meteor Makers, and I believe Vitality is just gonna deal with their losses in this one, and they will just avoid this fight. Yeah. And I think that's a smart move.
That is a smart move, but you know what was smart? Rotating that fast and that recklessly into the Yasnaya, and that is the second time that Vitality is doing that
questionable
mistake, you know?
Yeah, questionable rotate.
This time they were pretty lucky because they only got 1 down. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been, and I agree with you. But if you have to lose a player, well, sometimes it's worth to just lose one and keep the whole squad alive, gather that information. And now we do see a fight between Dignitas, actually, and Ghost Gaming there with Balok being taken down.
To be honest, it wasn't a fight, it was execution there, because Balok was going alone for that grey drop, and that grey drop was in a close proximity to the guys from Dignitas, and they just knocked him down.
And now C9 against Ghost Gaming here. Frotzlier already being shot at. He's against Stab and K-Mind. We did see Moody being taken down, and now Stab gets an easy knock there onto Frotzlier. And very bad so far looking for Ghost, who has lost two players already.
Yeah, and Extreme2G and Mikoi, yeah, they need to back up. They need to do something, because getting out this early it's not what Ghost Gaming does, you know. Was expecting a lot more from them.
Yeah, that is true. And now we do see the new safe zone is gonna go more toward the west side of Yasnaya here, and let's see how that's going to affect the teams. We see G2 in kind of okay position down to the south. They are in fight with Winside, and we see Winside already losing Smokey, and I believe Veland might force this fight, and he has the tab in the house, so G2, they might just try to fight it here, and the tab is gonna take down Veland, who could have waited for his teammates, but now Stefan is coming as well. Can the tab do something? We see Slicker and another Winside player kind of being far away, and
they're just pushing. G2 are pushing in relentlessly right now. Wacko is so low right now. Steven is on full HP here.
The tab just doing well, taking down Ziffan as well, but he's gonna be taken down in the end. Wacko will make a revenge kill, but G2, they lost 2 players here, and I believe if they just waited for each other, it would have been a completely different story.
Definitely, that was the fight for... Well, that's an okay position in the zone right now, but I don't think it was worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it, definitely, considering they could have done it a bit more wise. And now you also see Liquid being shot at, and they're kind of in the northwest side of the safe zone. So far, they only lost Ibiza there, and just as I said that, we see more damage being inflicted here onto Team Liquid. They didn't have an easy time at all in these two games already.
Yeah, and this rotation right here for Liquid, it's questionable to say the least. They're in between the guys from QBF, and down the slope is the team, no one else than Navi. So I don't know how that rotation will go for them.
Yeah, Liquid, they still have two players, but yeah, taking losses this early, and still we don't see a single team eliminated. And just as I said that, Melva, it's gonna be Ghost Gaming, the first team to go out. And
this is gonna be interesting right now. FaZe is pushing the guys from the team number 12, which are QBF here, and I'm not sure if he's aware of that, but goodbye, Mr. Senpai.
And now Senpai being completely shreked here by FaZe. We see fire in the nearby proximity. What is he gonna do? He's gonna try to escape. A smart move. You don't want to fight against FaZe here.
Yeah, that was a smart move. Definitely losing one player, but yeah, the other one saved his head.
I mean, FaZe coming with confidence. They don't care how many there are. They just come. They wanna fight that, and
that's just incredible.
So much confidence.
They're playing like it's group stage again.
And
they're just fighting with everyone.
That's really interesting to see, and so far it's been working for them. So why change a working system?
Yeah, see that Meteor Makers, Moonwolf, and Penta are kind of clustered, and shots are being exchanged here, but nothing too serious right now. Meteor Makers in a pretty decent position on the cliffs overlooking the guys from Moonwolf, so they kind of need to be careful.
Yeah, Penta, they lost Braxco, and I believe it was Udir earlier on, and now they're left to Kaint and Nellos. Nellos once again standing in for Penta. They had good result with him in the group stage. They managed to top Group C, but now the competition is even more stiff. And yeah, they finished up 5th in the first match, which is not bad, but now they have to just do more, I'd say. So we all know that top 8 places are going to win a chunk of prize money, Melva, but the first place, almost $17,000.
Yeah, and but you know what's the problem here? Those teams are not content with 8th place, you know? Yeah. They just want to be number 1 because the most of the teams here are one of the best players. So this is going to be really interesting. But here, we see the guys from Welcome to South Georgia are trying to kind of push into the zone, and they have a whole of Murray's team in front of them. So
and
that
now
is team number 13,
Meteor
Purple
Makers
Cobras.
Just running close to Wimside. Flowey really low on HP. Is he gonna be taken down? So far Slicker can't really land any of the shots, and Slicker still trying to shoot at the Meteor Makers players. We see Tindergold in close proximity as well, and now Meteor Makers just coming close to G2. We see one of the players being knocked. It's Flowey and Doubles. Now Spoof has to do something. He's gonna knock his teammate, and this is a complete chaos here, Melva, but I think G2 is winning so far.
Yeah. While on the northern part of the map, we have the guys from QBF trying to... Sorry, the guys from... Yeah, it's QBF against the guys from Welcome to South Georgia, and it's going to be a really hard rotation for them there.
Yeah, it is going to be a hard rotation for them, but so far they're not really being shot at. Liquid has a potential to maybe do something here, but they also, just as I say that, get one of their players knocked, so it's all up to Sampty, so to say. Yeah. And we see another team going out. It's Sensei Esports.
Now let's take a look at the map. Penta Kaint is just driving in.
Yeah, this is so risky by Kaint,
really,
but so far
too risky.
He is surviving this, and no fear for the German player here. He will be taken down by Shade.
No fear.
No fear, but yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Navi here still in a decent position with 4 players alive, and this is the Navi that we used to play, used to see, you know.
And we see a bloodbath here also on the northeast side of the safe zone, Melva. It's going to be Purple Cobras up against Welcome to South Georgia. And both of the teams have the player knocked, but the fight is not over yet.
Yeah, Weezy is trying to flank them. He's going to go into the zone and try to flank them from the left side. But the problem is that he has a Fight Hospital on the hill above him, so he needs to be careful.
Yeah, this is a dangerous position for both Purple Cobras and Welcome to South Georgia. But also, if you take a look at it, we see that Flight to Hospital has gangsters behind them. So it might end up bad for everyone involved.
Yeah, we see, but they're Content Mini Fridger is trying to scout the flank for his team, while Balrog and Teflon here are in a pretty
now welcome
bad
to
position
South Georgia.
here.
They are making the move. Let's see if Jambavi can maybe knock someone. He's under fire already, down to half HP. He's taken down by Ward, but Ward is taken down himself. And now Lockwood knocks MBS. It's all up to Miracle. Can he make it happen? And no! Welcome to South Georgia is gonna go out, Melva.
Once again, so early in the game.
Yeah,
Incredible.
just unfortunate. We expect way more from Welcome to South Georgia. We know how good of a team they are. They proved it at PGI LAN in Berlin, and they had some quality results there, but now they can't seem to find their footing. And we see that Flight to Hospital is now on Purple Cobras, so...
Yeah. Purple Cobras, VZ, the only guy left standing.
And that's it.
He's not standing anymore, so Flight to Hospital alive with 4 and 2 kills under their belt, looking pretty solid.
Yeah, this is a complete bloodbath, so to say, and we see Penta. I believe Penta is out as well. And we are down to 15 teams, Melva.
Yeah, 15 teams, 40 alive, and phase 5 is about to begin in 20 seconds. And the next zone, it's gonna be even worse than the game before.
And
it's gonna be a bloodbath, complete bloodbath.
C9 in a fight with G2 here, Melva. And let's see if this is gonna end up well for them. K-Mind already knocked, Stab, hiding in the smoke. Just as I say that, Gangsters are out. They got pushed by Dignitas and Flight to Hospital. And now G2, are they gonna hunt Cloud9 here? That's the question.
Yeah, Stoof just arriving in the zone as the last survivor for Meteor Makers there, and he's safe for the time being, but there he has like 5 teams behind him, so I'm not sure how he's gonna survive that. He just needs to stay put somehow. He doesn't have any cover. Meteor Makers in a dire situation here.
Yeah, Meteor Makers, as you said, only down to a single player, but I'm more curious to see this fight on the south. Cloud9, G2, King Club. King Club, they have a full squad. Cloud9, they have 2 players, G2 as well. So when the rotation starts, I'm not sure how this is gonna end up.
Yeah, King on the left flank, while the Stab and his team on the right flank. G2 in a really bad position.
Yeah, G2, well, Cloud9 is also in a bad position, and Meteor Makers are out, Melva. I believe it was 14th position for them.
It was only a matter of time because that zone just decided to kill them.
And you know what, G2, they have set their eyes on Cloud9. However, the bigger danger for them is King Club, who is slowly approaching their position.
The other side, the guys from C9 are having casualties. K-Mine is down, Stab is trying to revive him, and the zone is coming. Oh my god, G2 are just being sandwiched here, so one is already down, Steven is the only one left standing. King
Wolf is out
Club
now.
Are pushing relentlessly.
Yeah, Stefan is in big danger here. He smokes himself, but King Club, they are relentless. They smell blood. They want to eliminate G2 right here, right now. They want to deal with Cloud9 as well, I believe. But now Stefan, let's see if he can maybe do something. He has FPS Ken virtually next to him. So far he's not spotted, but I believe that's not gonna last for long. And G2 is out, Melva. King Club, FPS Ken gets that frag. And we are down to 11 teams.
Yeah, Cloud9 making their move.
Yeah,
Stab getting shot down. Probably no, that was a really bad shooting.
Too many players for King Club. You can't deal with that. Stab, valiant effort, but in the end it wasn't enough. And now Vitality, they're down to 1. Shadow slowly approaching King Club here. He should be aware that the fight is going on.
I'm not sure how Liquid is still in the game there in the same shack. And yeah, the zone is being kind to them for now.
The PUBG guys heard their praise, and now they're still alive. But now, Na'Vi, they're in a great position.
They're in a great position, definitely. From the beginning of the game, that was that game calling was on spot. Now, Vitality, Shadow, the only one left standing for Vitality, could potentially do some damage to the guys from King Club. Even though there's 4 of them, I'm pretty sure they're not aware of the threat that's coming from their right flank.
Yeah, that is true. And now, FaZe, I would also say, not in a bad position. Liquid and Na'Vi, but also Dignitas.
Yep.
They all have solid positions. Yeah, it's gonna come down
and
to
you know
the
what?
next phase.
Tindergold, 4 players alive. 0 kills though, but 4 players alive, and they can do some damage to the guys from Flight Hospital here.
And now it's kind of clear who has the advantage here, Melva. Again, it's Na'Vi and Dignitas with the best possible positions, and now it's Flight to Hospital against Tindergold. We see Tindergold in a full offensive here. They take down 2 of the players, leaving only Vitalia and Sad as the last player standing. Can Vitalia maybe do something else? Sad is gonna go down.
That was incredible.
Insane nade, Melva, here, and Let's see if Tindergold can recover from this. It's 2 against 1.
Yeah. Now Celis is the only one. No, well, actually Milo and Celis are standing, and Muradin and Italia could do some damage, but they're pretty low. Radiant here is on like 10%, and he doesn't have a helmet. He's not gonna do any move against them. So again, Tindergold on 4 players.
Yeah, Tindergold, they managed to recover here and fly to hospital. They take losses. They're down to 2 only. Luckily, Radiant was revived in the end, and that's gonna leave fly to hospital down to 2. And Tindergold deciding to rotate more toward the south, and you're gonna see how this is going to end up. And now FaZe is rotating in.
Yeah, inside Compot here, the only one left standing, has King Club behind his back, and I'm not sure how he's gonna play this one out.
And this was not a good rotate for FaZe Mayvela. They already have Mexi and AC down. And Liquid still standing strong in their location.
Yeah, well, King Club in an okay position here. They're trying to do some damage on the guys from the Tindergold.
QBF is out.
Yep, QBF is out at the moment. And why is Milo getting into the car? He's trying to get some cover with the car. Yeah, some cover.
Yeah, and now Liquid Samti is going toward the smoke area. We see Fastface and Gemty joining this as well. Gemty is gonna go down. Now it's all up to Fastface. He needs to try and revive someone from his team. But just as I say that, the smoke has expired. So Samti might get the kill here, but instead he gets knocked as Fastface does an amazing job here. However, he still needs to revive his fallen teammates.
Yeah, and the Gems has an eye on him, and I'm not sure how he's gonna do that.
Yeah, this is really difficult spot for FaZe, but also difficult for Liquid. They have Navi and Dignitas next to them. And if any of the teams decide to make a push here, I believe that will be it for either of the teams.
Yeah, Gems in a position to almost eliminate guys from Fly to Hospital, and he needs to rotate right now. They will seek a revenge right now.
Fly to Hospital now making a move. Raiden is gonna go down, and Fly to Hospital is out. Dignitas, they live to fight another day. Gemty was just revived by Fastface, and now Gemty is trying to revive AC. He's going to be successful here. Also, Tindergold in a fight with King Club, more to the north side of the safe zone.
And the guys from Tindergold are just raging supreme from the hill overlooking this whole area. They can just shoot at everyone they want, and I'm not sure if they see Vitality Shadow there. Yeah, they see. King Club sees him.
Is out again. Similar placing for them, like in the previous match. They have 9th and 7th placing now in the first 2 matches. But now, Melva, it all comes down to this, and I would say that now we and FaZe, they may be having the leading position here.
Yeah, well, then if you look at it again, Navi has to rotate into the zone here, and they have 3 players from FaZe, and the guys from Tindergold overlooking that area that they need to rotate through, so they need like 5 smokes. They need to make a huge smoke wall before entering the zone, and this rotation is gonna prove to be really hard for Navi here.
Yeah, Navi, they will have to use smokes, as you said. That's their only hope. And FaZe, they have some sort of a cover.
Yeah,
and,
that is the problem. That's the main problem that Navi is having with them.
Yeah, that is the problem. But Dignitas also being really close to FaZe here. And we see Gustav throwing some nades towards FaZe. Let's see if that's gonna catch them off guard. There is a potential for that to happen. Fastface takes a heavy damage. He's down to half HP now.
Yeah, King Club making their move. Compot could do some damage to them, but they're aware of him there, so he's in a huge danger. But again, I'm not sure who's in danger. Is it Winside or the guys from King Club? He's knocking down one.
So far, it's actually Winside being able to do some damage onto King Club, but now I think we are going to see a fight between one of the players from Kingside and Compot here.
Yeah, while the Tindergold are entering the zone here, and look at this beautiful position they're having. They can shoot at Navi, they can shoot at the guys from FaZe here, and they can even do some damage to Dignitas. Tindergold looking incredible.
And zone is slowly approaching, but now Tindergold, they have to deal with Dignitas. I feel like we see King Club being eliminated again. Compot standing strong there, but now he's gonna have to rotate as well, and Tindergold are making their advance here onto Dignitas. Let's see who's gonna get on top. Gustav QQ managed to somehow pass the defense of Tindergold here, but is that going to be enough? He's basically into their face. Hollywood goes down, IMRTN as well, and now we do see Tindergold being completely pinched down.
Battling and Sadovnik on the other hand, well, bye-bye. Navi here, face fast face.
What a massacre, Malva.
Face fast face eliminated the last guy from Navi here, and
Tindergold is also out. Dignitas, Gustav, just amazing job.
Yeah, he did got knocked at the end, but look at this. Compot is still alive. This guy is playing incredible for his team right now.
And now FaZe, somehow, someway, they are still doing good. Dignitas down to 1. Uncivil, he needs to make something happen, or he will be the last player for his team together with Compot against 2 players of FaZe. Now, FastFace is making a move. Gemty is also splitting from him. They need to make this decision, and they need to, I don't know, maybe they need to push Dignitas here.
They need to push, definitely. They're nicely spread around. They won't expect a flank for both sides, and this is real bad for Dignitas right here.
Gemty confirms that kill onto Adam, so now Uncivil is the last player for his team. Compot, he also has a maybe decent position. He's behind the rock, and Gemty is gonna have to push him here.
I'm not sure if Gemty heard him, but look at the gear on Compot here. 3-3 and AKM on this close range. He's probably the most deadly guy around here.
Yeah, he probably is, and we see...
And he has a nice position in zone.
Yeah, we've seen how he dealt with King Club Melba all by himself. But now Uncivil, he's in the shack, and both of the FaZe players are somewhat in the open. So I'm not sure if they will be able to pull this in the end. And now Uncivil wins that fight against FastFace. So now it's 1 against 1 against 1. Because I don't think FastFace is going to be revived. He dies to zone. So this is such an epic game, Alva. Everyone has the chance still to take it in the end. Is FaZe going to win yet another chicken dinner? That's the question.
And Gemty here, he's thinking that Uncivil is still in the shack, and that's what
and that's it for FaZe here. And now Compot against Uncivil. Uncivil down to less than half HP. Compot, he needs to try and push this. Is he going to make it? He should be able to see Uncivil really soon here.
Yeah, now Uncivil on 50% HP. The only thing he has are bandages, and Compot here standing 3-3. I think that Compot here is in a superior position right now. Uncivil won't be expecting him here.
He should be, and he's playing it really smart. Can he win it for his CIS team? This would be huge for his team. And Uncivil still, we can't count him off. We've seen him do really well for Dignitas, and it's still phase 9, Melva. The zone is gonna start slowly approaching, and now it's just a patient game.
It's a patient game, and it's gonna soon start. I'm not sure. They're just gonna stay here until the end, and it's gonna be really hard for Uncivil to kill Compot here.
This is so tense to even watch 1 against 1. You know that everything is on the line. You want to make it into that top 8 so you can win some prize money in the end. And I'm sure that these players are feeling a lot of pressure.
Yeah, especially Compot. I mean, he played brilliantly the whole game, and he wants to win it now. He wants to just to put a crown on this game for him.
That would be like a cherry on the top. He needs to do it here. He's managed to make 4 frags. So
the problem for Uncivil here is that he needs to push Compot. Compot is in the middle of the zone, and Uncivil is on the edge. So he needs to check all the corners, Uncivil, and that's gonna be really hard for him.
Yeah, Uncivil. We can't count him off.
No. I'm just saying that Compot is in a superior position, definitely, at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. I feel the same way as you, Melva, but now we are soon going to know the winner of the second game of the grand finals here. Compot finally spots Uncivil, and now it's a fight. In the end, we do see Uncivil winning that fight for Dignitas.
Yeah, he was changing his weapon in the middle of the fight, panicking a bit.
Sometimes the advantage doesn't matter, and I believe that Uncivil experience came down to play here, just managing to stay calm, winning it for Dignitas.
Yeah.
Dignitas, they made 14 frags in total.
Incredible play by them.
Next level by them.
Yeah, but I would like to mention that FaZe, who were in a dire position like 5 times in a row, they got multiple knocks on their teams. They were just playing